Guys, so we're going to start with properties of equality. So the first property of equality, so the other properties are ones that we use, identity, inverse, and so these are equality. You're going to use a lot of these this year in geometry in the following year in Algebra 2. So reflexive property, a number is always equal to itself. It's the mirror image. So for any number A equals A. So you guys, 8 equals 8. 5 plus 1 equals 5 plus 1. 2 times 3 equals 2 times 3. Identical. Now, for the symmetric property, and you guys probably use this a lot, allows you to flip the equation. So, for any numbers, A and B, A equals B, then B equals A. Basically what that means is if you had 11 equals 2x plus 7, you could rewrite it as 2x plus 7 equals 11. That's my favorite one, you guys. You could also say at the end when you get 10 equals E, I always like my variable on the left-hand side, so I write E equals 10. So notice I didn't change anything, I just changed the sides that the things were on. Okay, the transitive property, and you guys have used this one, you just don't know it. Like a lot of these things you've done, you guys, you just don't know that they have a proper name. So for any numbers A, B, and C, if A equals B, B equals C, then A equals C. So I have, if 4 plus 5 equals 3 plus 6, and 3 plus 6 equals 9, then 4 plus 5 equals 9. Now you guys remember, you're probably hearing blah, 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 blah. But remember, we're going to do these things. Right now you just need to know if, then, changing the equal sign, the order, and that itself equals itself. And this one, you guys, we've already done. When you replace one value replaces an equal value.
Good morning.
So if A equals B, then A may be replaced by B in any expression. So basically, you guys, if n equals 11, then 4n could be 4 times 11. You guys, you do this all the time. We've done it. It's like when you replace the variable, or when you would find a equation, or like the perimeter or something. And you guys, lastly but not least, is the distributive property, which we're going to focus on a little later, but I'm just going to show you. So A times B is AB, A times C is AC. Basically, you guys, when you see a letter next to a letter, it means multiplication. So 3 times n is 3n, 3 times 5 is 15. Okay, so we have reflexive property. It equals itself. So 8 equals 8. The symmetric property is where you flip on what goes on each side of the equal sign. The transitive property, if this, then this. Substitution, replacement. That's what substitution is, replacement. And then the distributive property, which I think we're all pretty good at. So what we're going to do now is we're going to do some proofs. And basically, the first proof is the problem. So what we're going to do is we're going to look. What did we do from step 1 to get step 2? The FSA really likes these. So if you notice, 16 plus 8 plus 14 plus 12 equals 16 plus 4 plus 8 plus 12. Well, what did we do, you guys? Oh, look, we switched 8 and 14. So on the previous example, the previous page, that was commutative. We changed the order. Do you know why we changed the order? Because 8 plus 12 and 16 plus 4. Now, what did we do here? We grouped. So that would be associative. Because we grouped, we put parentheses in them. Now you guys look, 16 plus 4 is 30. We substituted 30 in for 16 plus 40. 8 plus 12, we substituted 20 in for 8 plus 12, and we got 50. So you guys, 30 plus 20 is 50, so we used a substitution again. Anytime you replace something, did you hear me? Anytime you replace something, that's substitution. It's just like in football when they replace a player on the field, that's a substitution. So let's try this one, okay? You guys, the problems are going to be worked out for you. Your job is to figure out what we did and what property we used. So the first step is always given. That is the best thing about the first step. The second step is we did 6 divided by 3. That's how we got 2. So since we did 6 divided by 3 and got 2, that is substitution. Now look, 2 minus 1. Instead of writing 2 minus 1, we wrote 1. So we replaced 2 minus 1 with 1. So that is another substitution. 2 times 1. Oh, you guys, 2 times 1. Remember, we said on the last page that if we multiplied by 1 and we got 2, that's the identity property. And then 2 times 1/2 equals 1. You guys, on that previous page, anytime we multiply by its reciprocal, it's the inverse. So you guys, you're looking about what you did from this step to this step. So we wrote 6 divided by 3 and we got 2. That was substitution. We wrote 2 minus 1, we got 1. That was another substitution. When we did 2 times 1 is 2, I know you guys are like, well, Miss Fleury, that's substitution. But we learned that when you multiply anything by 1 and you get itself, then it is identity. Okay, we're going to do one more because I know that these get a little overwhelming, and I want you to make sure that you're stopping and starting. So, the first thing, what did I tell you? The first one is always given. Now, what do you think we did? We multiplied 2 times 5. You guys, that would be an order of operation, but what property allows us to write 10 instead of 2 times 5? What do you think? Think about it. Did you say substitution? If you said no, that's okay. It's the first time we've done this. Now, look, 10 minus 10 is 0. That was a substitution. Don't worry about the announcements. Okay, 9 times 0 equals 0. You guys, on the other page of notes, we learned that any time we multiply by 0, we get 0. That's the property of 0. You guys, I know, and I also know I say you guys, you're thinking, Miss Fleury, it looks like substitution. You're absolutely right, you guys, but you're looking for the best property you can use. That's what you're doing. You're looking for that best property. And then 6 plus 0 is 6. Again, it looks like substitution. I will give you that. But there's a property that says when we add something to 0, we get its same number. That would be the identity property. So let me tell you about your homework tonight. Your homework, not tonight, your homework tomorrow is going to be giving a sentence. What is the property? You guys, it's probably going to be graded, but don't worry. I'm going to give you points back. I just want you to be able to look at it and to check it. So, do you want to try one more? Let's try one more, okay? We got a little bit of time. Let's try one more, okay? So, what is the first step? You guys, at any time, pause and see if you can do this. Always pause. What's that first step? What is the first step in all of them? Look at all three that we've done. What do you think? Did you say given? Good job. Now, what did we do from step 1 to step 2? Well, how did I get 80? How did I get 60? What did you do? What property is that? So you know that there was some type of multiplication. That multiplication is distributive. Now, look what I did, you guys. I got 80 minus 6, I got 20. What does that let me do? Think about it. While the bell rings and it finishes, think about what property allows us 8 minus 60 give us 20. I know you can do it. What do you want me to write here? Come on. Ready? We'll say it together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Substitution? You're right, you guys. It is substitution. If you did not get that, that's okay. We're practicing. 20 plus 25 gives you 45. There's not 1, there's not 0. So what do you think, you guys? Come on. What do you think should be here? We're replacing 20 plus 25. We're replacing. What do you get? Come on, you can do it. What do you think? Come on. What would you say? Did you say substitution? You got it, you guys. And that is the notes for today. Remember, you can always replay them. You can always stop them. You can do it. I believe in you. It's going to take some practice, but I know you can do it. You guys have a great day.